Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to reading for mid-July 2024. We're going to jump right in here. You have this lighthouse card. It says you are a light that can't be hidden, so don't ever try to dim it. You have this delicate rose. It says be willing to honestly say what you feel, no matter how terrifying it may seem. And a lot of the readings for this month have been about kind of like your truth or honesty or speaking your truth. So I think that, this doesn't even necessarily have to be words. It could be that you just need to step into your truth and live your life according to your own rules and see what happens, right? So I think that for a lot of you, it's kind of encouraging you to take some sort of risk that could lead to, success, growth, abundance, whatever. You have the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Empress. So I'm noticing definitely, and it's interesting, this Knight of Swords says courage in action. So I think that's the perfect words for you here, Gemini. I think that having the courage to run towards something or race towards something with good intentions is kind of what needs to happen in this reading. I think that's the thing that will kind of make you the most successful. The King of Cups would represent following your heart, and which we are in a heart-based time, and a lot of people get these messages of needing to kind of like follow their heart or move more towards their heart-based intentions and things like that. And you also have the Empress, which is like creativity, abundance, birth, birthing something new. So I feel for a lot of you, it's time for you to have courage and take action on something new that you are birthing. You also have the King of Cups. The King of Cups represents controlling your emotions. You have this card here. You also have this rabbit card, which I will show you. It's showing up in your third row as one of the oracle cards. And the rabbit can represent fear. The King of Cups feels fear and does it anyway. The King of Cups on a traditional King of Cups is normally sitting in the middle of the ocean, and there are choppy waters all around him. But he doesn't really care. The whole point of the card is that he doesn't care what's going on around him. He has explored his emotions to a very deep level, so he knows how to control his emotions. And you have the King of Cups on the bottom of your clarifying deck as well there. That's really interesting. But, he controls his emotions, and he does things no matter what. He knows that he's in perfect control. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be kind of, working on controlling your emotions so that you can accomplish more. You have the Empress. The Empress, of course, is about abundance and success and growth and fertility, good things coming in for you. Even the Empress understands fear. Normally, there is like a waterfall behind her. The waterfall is actually tied to the tower. And the waterfall on the Empress represents chaotic force. So she understands that no matter what, things can always go wrong. Things can always mess up. Things can always happen. But she is perfectly fine where she is because she understands that no matter what happens, she can create abundance again because she's done it once. She can do it again. And she isn't worried about, what the what ifs. She isn't worried about what if this happens, what if that happens. So I feel for a lot of you, it would be a great time for you to like really tap into that energy of abundance and being more abundant. Being able to control your emotions, I think, will make you more abundant with this energy as well. So that's what I would do. But let's see. I want to see where this is going before I keep babbling on here. Gemini, let's see. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Emperor, which is funny because it's a walrus, and we have another walrus right here. The Emperor is about taking control of your situation. This walrus right here is the Eight of Cups, which would be about walking away from things that no longer serve you. So, maybe you need to take control of the things in your life that aren't right, that aren't correct, and move away from them so you can end a negative cycle. You have the Nine of Swords at the end of your reading. And the Nine of Swords over here is coming up in the area of the good stuff. And so that would kind of tell me that you are ending a negative cycle, or you are removing yourself from a cycle that is kind of like a round and round type of thing, whatever you want to call it. With the King of Cups, you have the High Priestess. High Priestess is about trusting your intuition. Again, every single reading has either had the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. So definitely I would say it's a time of inspiration, intuition. It's a time to look into your heart as well, I would say. And again, this could be a little bit of a collective vibe that's going on right now. The High Priestess, she really looks into mystery. She's really the card of unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head, and it's meant to represent the fact that no matter what, she can accomplish as much as she wants if she sets her mind to it. So I definitely feel it would be a good time for you to set your mind to something and set out to accomplish it. With the Empress, you have the Ten of Wands. This is kind of like the rewards at the end of a long journey. So a lot of you could be wrapping up long journeys. The story of the Ten of Wands is that the guy is carrying those 10 wands, but those wands represent his harvest, and he's about to reach his home that's in the background. So it kind of says like you are about to have a harvest, or you are about to, experience a harvest after a difficult period of time. You have this Mantis card. This is showing up in the area of what's coming in for you. It says fearlessness. There you go, fearless. We were talking about that in the first row. Flexibility and battle. You have this T-Rex card. It says alchemy, raw power, and base chakra. So for a lot of you, I feel both animals are kind of fearless, and you could be moving forward fearlessly towards your goals. The T-Rex, the base chakra energy, sometimes I feel is tied to like the devil in the tarot. And I feel that sometimes the devil says you have an idea or you have something that is root chakra energy. You need to bring it up to your head and express it out into the world. Empress, you need to create whatever it is that you're thinking about. And so I feel that this is about creation or bringing something into existence. You have the Sun, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. The Sun, of course, is a very good card. Represents blessings, happiness, joy, good things coming in for you, good luck, all sorts of stuff. The Sun makes the entire reading a little bit more positive, so, of course, it's just a good card to get. I feel like the Sun also reminds us to pay attention to our attention. The Sun is like a spotlight. It shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to, so I think it would be a great time to pay attention to your attention. You have the Eight of Cups, this walrus. And I think a lot of people are doing this right now as well. I think people are really kind of cutting out the crap, cutting out the excess, the things that you do not need, and focusing on the things that are important, focusing on the things that move you forward and make you more successful. So a lot of you may be choosing to walk away from, jobs, businesses, people, places, things, ideas, and I feel like you're doing this so that you can commit to what matters. Right next to the Eight of Cups, we have the Four of Wands. This walrus is pointing towards the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands really represents, committing to what's important. It is a card of marriage, but really, I look at the Four of Wands as more of a card of commitment. It's also the, it makes perfect sense after the Ten of Wands, because the Four of Wands can represent completing a long journey. It is a card of completion. There's normally like a finish line at the top of the Four of Wands, and also it's a portal card. On portal cards, we have to cross through to the other side of the portal to get the reward. So again, I think that for a lot of you, this Four of Wands is talking about it's more talking about freedom, setting yourself free from hard work or difficulties and things that have been difficult that you've been working on. You have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, recovering. I kind of feel like you're waiting for the perfect moment to do something, but more in a good way. Like normally I don't like the Three of Wands, for example. It's not that I don't like it. It's still a good card, but it can represent waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment to do something. But the Four of Swords is kind of a little bit different. It really represents, gathering your energy before the perfect moment arrives. It kind of says that you are preparing yourself for the perfect moment. So it's a little bit different. And again, I get that energy for you here, Gemini, where you're kind of in preparation mode, or you're in this mode of preparing for a big opportunity. Right here, we go up to this Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles would represent, it's a card of gratitude and luxuries. It's a card of really creating a beautiful life, and I feel a lot of you are kind of preparing for that. With the Sun, you have the Four of Cups. Not really a love reading, but if you want love, I love this Four of Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot, and you can see these 3 cups are pouring into 1 cup. And so it really kind of would represent you finding a person that pours into you 110%. So again, for those of you that are looking for love, there definitely could be a solid connection coming in for you. I look at the Four of Cups as needing to mix those cups together, and that's exactly what they're doing on this Four of Cups. So, if you've had disappointments in the past, especially like with projects or ideas or businesses that you're running, this could say that you are, mixing things together and you're finding more success with what you're working on because you're mixing all your experiences. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Page of Swords. Whenever this happens, it tells me that something has captured your attention. The Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. Eight of Cups, walking away from something. So sometimes I feel that when we get the Eight of Cups to the Page of Swords, it kind of says that the reason that you could be walking away from something in your life is because that you have seen that there's a better way, or because you have been inspired, or something has made you curious about different ways of doing things. So again, I would say this is a good thing. It's almost like you've seen a better way and this could be in work or business. I do feel like it is work or business related. We also go up to the King of Swords, and the King of Swords could definitely be you. The King of Swords is a card of the truth. He is a card of law and order. He's also the card of like discernment as well, and seeing like what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, all that other stuff. And so I feel like for some of you, it's like you see something that could make your life better, or you already have seen it, and it's making you curious. And so sometimes I feel with the Page of Swords, we need to move towards our curiosity. With the Four of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is dreaming. Seven of Cups, he is about being spoiled for choice. But traditionally, he's looking at those cups, and there's good things and bad things in those cups. But he really doesn't know how something is going to turn out. Really, the truth of the matter is, if he would commit to whatever he's looking at, he would probably get all this abundance that is coming off of this Nine of Pentacles. Sorry. So I would move towards the Nine of Pentacles. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this rabbit card and this owl. The rabbit can represent fears and being nervous. The owl can represent knowledge and wisdom. You also have that King of Swords there, which can also be a card of knowledge and wisdom. So I kind of feel like this is saying that you have all the knowledge and wisdom necessary to be very successful at this time, but you need to move towards your knowledge and wisdom. So I definitely feel it would be a good time for you to kind of move towards things that make you feel like you have the knowledge and wisdom. I would stay away from things that are that feel fearful to you. I definitely feel that on the rabbit. It's like I don't feel the rabbit is good or bad in your reading. I feel it's more kind of advice, or something, something else. I don't know. I feel like it's saying if you get a weird feeling about like a person, a place, or a thing, avoid it. I think it's like a little bit of a warning sign, right? A little bit of a kind of like don't go in that direction. You have the King of Swords, Four Wands, and the King of Cups. The King of Swords, like I said, is the card of knowledge and wisdom. The card itself says that you have learned a lot and you see the truth at this time. And I feel this is connected to that Page of Swords. So you could really be stepping in to your King of Swords energy, your highest form, whatever you want to call it, your highest vibration, just by moving towards the truth. And again, I think the truth is partially your heart. You have the King of Cups here. The King of Cups says, follow your feelings fearlessly. And if you do that, you will discover your truth. And that's kind of what I feel the King of Swords is saying that you're doing. The King of Swords has, I believe that he's been through the most battles out of any of the kings. So he has the most knowledge and wisdom. And it really is saying that you have everything you need. You have this Four Wands. Again, Four Wands could be marriage. Not really love reading, although you have the Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Could be love coming in for you if you want it, and definitely could lead to marriage. I really look at the Four Wands as a card of freedom and being set free through the act of completion. And with the Ten of Wands showing up in your reading, it's like you are completing a long journey. And because of that, you are setting yourself free. And I feel like you've learned a lot on this journey. I feel like you've experienced a lot. And now you're just kind of like moving forward. It's just that simple. You have the Knight of Cups. Again, the Knight of Cups could represent a love, could represent knight in shining armor coming in for you. I feel like this, if you do have a person coming in, definitely could be a true romantic partner. The Knight of Cups is normally looking into that cup that he's holding, and he's dreaming of some sort of dream. The story of the Knight of Cups is that he's in the desert. Nothing can grow in the desert, so he thinks that he doesn't have the resources necessary to make something grow, but there's water flowing in front of him. If he would just plant the seeds in front of the water, they would grow. So if you would just plant the seeds, take the actions towards your dream or towards some sort of wish, those seeds will grow. So the Knight of Cups reminds us to move. And he is moving. He's not like the Knight of Pentacles who's not moving, luckily. So I feel like you are making the moves. I feel like that a lot of you are making moves to end a negative cycle in your life, like a part of your story that keeps repeating with the Nine of Swords right here. And really that's what I think you're doing. With the King of Swords, you have the Hermit. The Hermit has gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom. He's climbed to the top of the mountain, and he's gone through a dark night of the soul, and now he needs to come down from the mountain. So I feel like it's kind of time for you to, put what you've learned into action, and that will make you very, very successful. With the Four Wands, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can represent, separation, breakup, sadness, things like that. But it can also represent winning at all cost. I think you need to take the risk to separate away from something. You have the Eight of Cups, right next to it. So I think this is saying that you walking away from something that no longer fulfills you will lead to major fulfillment with the Nine of Pentacles here. And also the Empress and all this other good stuff that's showing up in your reading. So, it looks to me like you're walking away from something. The interesting thing is like everyone has gotten this week, or during these 2 weeks, the end of the month here. And, again, I do think there is a lot in the astrology that kind of talks about, a spiritual divorce where we could be just divorcing from things that no longer serve us, right? With the King of Cups, you have the Lovers. As usual, the card's making me eat my words. So again, a lot of you could be attracting a new lover. It could be a Knight of Cups type of person. Could lead to marriage, especially with that Four of Wands. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Let Spirit Be Your Guide. You have this Koala Spirit says Spirit has a plan. So clearly, you are being guided by Spirit at this time. I think that Spirit is guiding you with like the Page of Swords energy, where you see a better way of doing things, or maybe during your day you just learn of other ways to run your business or to have a relationship or whatever. And I feel if it feels inspiring, then I would move towards it. And that's the only rule I would follow with those two cards. You have this Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is about gratitude and luxuries and about being grateful for what you have. So I feel like there could be a lot of good stuff coming in for you, a lot of happiness, joy, a lot of abundance as well. So if you're hoping to increase your finances or make more money, then you definitely could be doing that. You have this Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, you have the King and Queen of Swords together. I'm not the biggest fan of the King and Queen of Swords together because, they kind of represent two people who don't see eye to eye. So you could be walking away from a past person, or you could be blocking out a past person with this energy. But normally, a traditional Queen of Swords, she would be looking this direction, towards the future, and the clouds would only be halfway up her body. And so it kind of represents the fact that you are seeing clearly for the first time, or maybe you are finally seeing clearly. You have the Nine of Swords, and again, the Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. It's like going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, and being stuck in a nightmare. The great thing about this reading is I feel like you are ending a major negative cycle, or maybe you're just taking control of the story that you tell yourself, because maybe you're realizing that your actions are what is leading to you living the same story. So we have to change our actions to change our life, and I really feel the Nine of Swords is quite simply saying that you're just changing your actions so that you can change your life. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient to accomplish. That's not going to work. We'll go over here. But I feel like you've been very patient. I feel like you've really developed the strength necessary to manifest the Nine of Pentacles, your abundance or success. And, that's basically what's coming in for you here. Looks really good. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is charging towards success in the area of the good stuff. And so I feel a lot of you are just, charging towards success or making yourself more successful. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like finally your hard work is paying off. So I feel for those of you that have been putting in like the work, the effort, you're about to get some sort of reward. The Eight of Pentacles is also about mastering a craft. But with the Nine of Swords, this would kind of represent the fact that you might be mastering life in general. It's like you have been through this period of time where you've had to learn a lot from life and in general. And I feel that because of that, you're able to take control of your story and change it. You have this Knot card. It says unsuccessful plans. A lot of people have either been getting this card or a very similar card. Again, I shuffle in between readings, so it's kind of weird, but it's interesting that a lot of people have been getting this. So, but what I feel like it's saying is that I think a lot of people, like an experience that people could be having right now, is that they try to do something, it doesn't work, they get disappointed, and they don't try again. And so I feel like this is saying, don't be afraid to try again, because things might turn out differently this next time. You have this elephant. It says, you can't make this up. It says, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Ten of Wands. You started with the Empress and that Ten of Wands. It's like you've been trying to achieve Empress mode, or you've been working towards being the Empress. And we see all this knowledge and wisdom coming up in this reading as well. So I think that definitely whatever journey you've been on is making you wiser for sure. You have this face card that says Secret Admirer. Again, maybe that's why it's not so much of a love reading, is because it could be a secret admirer, or maybe you are the secret admirer. Take it how it resonates. But, I feel like there could be definitely love available to you if you want it. You have this Lily card. It says spiritual love. And definitely, if you're attracting a person, I mean, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, these would be spiritual connections that you're attracting into your life, something much deeper than a normal connection, and that could be what's coming in here. I would also say that this is saying, like, Spirit is saying, follow your heart. Like we've been saying the whole entire reading, I feel like Spirit is guiding you to live your truth, and we can only do that when we live from our heart, and I feel that's what this card is trying to get you to do. You got 2 cards at the end here. You have this bowl. It says plenty of material things, 9 of Pentacles. And you have this leg. It says stepping into new experiences. Yes, for you to experience more material success in your life, I feel that this is saying you need to step into new experiences. Again, if you do the same, there's like an old saying: if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you're just, or what is it? I don't know what it is, but it's basically if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're only gonna have what you have right now. So you have to do new things. You have to try new things. That's the only way you can change your story, is through stepping into new experiences. But this is really good, Gemini. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.